you on that mindset, either you gonna get it or you gonna get it.
Exactly. Facts. So
I like that.
That's what's up.
I didn't got my camera on. I'm damn near naked in this bitch, but this how I do it. You feel me? I be comfortable.
Hey, you gotta be raw with it sometimes.
Don't make me spit out the good drink.
Hey,
We all family in here.
let's get busy.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
I've been working on my mindset, definitely. I've been reading a lot and doing a lot more as far as not just watching, you feel me? Because, like, I don't know what it is, but once you reading, that kind of give you a different tune to focus on, you feel me? So when I come back to this, it's not like I'm not hypnotized by this no more. I'm kind of like just objective with it, you feel me?
Word.
I don't know how else I can put it in words, but yeah, that's all I got for it, though. You feel me?
That's what's up, bro.
So,
Yeah, it works. When you clear your mind, you know, the charts look less fuzzy. Less fuzzy.
well said. You said it way better than I did.
So I understand. I've been there because I couldn't see a lot of things until I got my mindset together. That's what kind of changed my trading. That's why I asked everybody who's working on their mindset. Because you could keep trying to study these strategies, you could keep trying to get these trades, but until you clear up that mind, the money is not. You may make a little bit of money, but we trying to go for that generational wealth. So you gotta have your hands open and your mind open a little bit different because we're going for the millions. You know, so if y'all not tapping into that mindset, you're not reading the books, you're not waking up making your bed. I know it sounds crazy, but those little things made a difference for me. I used to like kind of laugh at it, like, make your bed. I'm about to get back in that bed.
Anything, everything's fine. She didn't get break anything. For what? You got some money?
You meet your phone.
Okay, mommy. Okay, so we about to go to Walgreens to get some bandages if they open.
I want some.
Need some too.
Hey,
On the way, the doctor wanted me to tell you about letting your daughter get into the car with strangers. I didn't know
need
that.
some wet wipe. You know what I'm saying?
So
I
she said that it's dangerous
Klondike
to
pop.
have her
Toothpaste.
get in the car by herself with strangers.
There's
Crayons.
some almond milk.
What if they would have drove off? What you gonna do?
Yo.
Those always start off so funny.
All right.
Always. Hey, somebody need to we're gonna have to make a blooper or something at the beginning of the calls, like make a mashup or something. You feel me?
Hey, hell yeah, bro.
Definitely some deleted scenes.
For real. Yeah, send that shit to World Star.
Cut.
All right. Let me get started. Oh man, that was funny. Gotta tell Shanice about that later. Oh man. All right. So I'm gonna try to do like half Forex today, half HFX. So somebody could like shout me out on a 30-minute timer. Let me know. So y'all been pretty obsessed with NAS. So I figured I'll just help y'all put some things together with what y'all already been learning. And go from there. Are y'all cool with that? Or somebody want to do a different pair? Because y'all all been kind of on that one lately.
Yeah, I'm super cool with it.
Good with NAS.
It's still gonna correlate the basic market structure and everything, so
Yeah.
cool with it.
I feel like Nas just a little accelerated rather than the other pairs.
So I will, I'll still go over another pair just because everybody's working with different bank accounts. And to be honest with you, whether it's NAS or one of the slower pairs, it doesn't matter. You have to, at some point, pick a pair, pick a strategy, and stick with it, and become a master at it. You cannot float around towards a million different things. If you went to any of my trainings and you felt like, you know what, I kind of understand engulfing, I kind of like where it sounds, then find out where I learned that from and go watch those educators. So, and choose that for 30 days. If you like the alligator strategy, stick with that for 30 days. Like train your eyes to see one thing for 30 days. Sometimes we end up missing trades because we waiting for 10 confirmations because I want to put Ty, Mello, AJ, Mike, everybody together, and then I done missed the signal. I done missed the trade. It's done came and went because you wait for so many things, you know. So I'm gonna go over NAS because, to be honest, it doesn't matter whether you want to hold your trade for 10 minutes, an hour, 4 hours, 4 days. The whole goal is to reach a mark. So keep in mind, you are reaching a mark. So you have to tell yourself today, am I going to take my profit when I reach a number? So that could be $20, $100. When are you going to stop? When are you going to close your trade? Are you going to be a zone-to-zone trader? Am I going to trade a 1 hour candle? What is going to be your style, and stick to that? So I know I like to not hold trades forever. In my brain, if I can get 20 pips, I want to get it as fast as possible. So if I know the same setup, whether I'm on the 4 hour or the 15 minute, and it gives me an option to get 20 pips, I'm all about getting your time back. So I'm gonna go for the 20 pips real quick. If you are looking to get more pips, but maybe with one trade, then that means you want to work on holding your trades, because you would prefer to maybe get 50 pips to maybe 100 at a time. So that means you might want to get used to holding your trades for at least 10 hours to maybe a day or two. So you have to make a decision what kind of trade is good for you. So if you are a person that worked a lot, got a little bit of time, you might want to master HFX. Have your trades be over in 2 minutes, 1 minute. You have options. You just have to figure out what is going to work for you. Do you have a lot of anxiety? You probably do not want to be so much of a scalper. You might get anxiety because you're going to want to, you're sitting there when you're a scalper, you're assuming your trade is going to be over within 15 to maybe an hour. So if you know you want to sit there and watch and you have anxiety and you can't handle withdrawal down, then you probably don't want to focus on being a scalper. You probably shouldn't come to my training as much. You probably should go to someone else's trade trainings, because they're going to hold their trades longer and they're going to teach you how to do so. So that's something to think about. Pick one, stick to it. I didn't care how many times somebody traded NAS, gold. I think gold was a big thing at one point in our group. Gold was like #1. I did not trade that thing. Why? Because I said, I'm going to learn NZD, USD is going to become my best friend, my everything. I'm going to figure her out. I watched a lot of trades go past. I didn't care because I knew I was going to figure out NZD, USD. Why? Because nobody talked about that pair. So that means if you're not talking about it, TradingView's not talking about it, and the banks is not talking about it either, and that's where I want to be. Because guess what? When Trump says something dumb, it don't matter. My trade is going where it need to go. So you want to trade with the popular kids, you got to be on point. You want to trade NAS, you better have some money in that account. You better be ready. You better be okay with like 100 pip stop loss. Okay? Okay. Do not call me saying, Ty, I blew my account. I took that NAS trade. I thought it was going to hit. It did hit. Your account just couldn't handle it. So you got hit. So we're going to stop doing that. Refocus. How much can your account handle? So that being said,
boy, do I got a story for that. Remember that afternoon I called you, Tyler?
Right. You know, Philly know he called me.
Oh, yeah.
Talk.
Never again.
So, you know, we're going to work on that proper risk management. You know, we call a lot of trades. A lot of them do hit. But I promise you guys, if we hitting for like, I don't know what the record is right now, but if you took every single trade we thrown and did proper risk management, we will all be really good right now. Trades are hitting for 100 pips. How come people are not making withdrawals yet? I need to know, how can I help you guys make withdrawals? What is going on that we are throwing trades that are hitting 100 pips and people are still not making withdrawals? Like, what do we need to do? Somebody let me know what's missing. How much more sauce can we give so you can withdraw and retire with me? Somebody tell me.
Man, honestly, Ty, I'm going to just speak for me. I think it's overthinking the little stuff, and like being confident in the wrong way. Like that'd be my thing. Like I will kind of flip everything that I know and get some other kind of thought, and it'll be just totally wrong. But I know better. I like for example, last night I was in a trade, and like the market was going one way and it looked favorable, but it was a higher high, and I was waiting for it to continue going up just because the overall trend was like that. But I didn't take into account for that retrace. And then I start mixing the lower time frame stuff, and I'll see something different, but I won't respect the higher time frame. Like all of that, I'll flip and script and do something crazy that I know I shouldn't do. And it's just like overthinking small stuff. And I know that takes time, but like, I don't know. That'd be me. That'd be my thing.
You know what? I'm the same way. I'm gonna agree with Greg on that one, Ty. Because remember when I sent you that chart of AU earlier last week, and I thought it was gonna go up, and that thing just shot back the other way. And I'm like, I was confident. I was just confident the wrong way.
Super confident.
I seen it engulfing. It broke the previous high. RSI was up there. We was in there. I went to sleep, no anxiety.
I did the same thing last night, bro.
I ain't gonna lie, that's the same shit. That's crazy as fuck, bro. I mean, my bad, but yo, that's wild that y'all said the same exact. Yo, that's crazy. I woke up, I fell asleep like confident. I everything else. That's crazy. Really confident. I would say that's that bro. That was crazy.
You know, it sounds like you just gotta fine tune a little bit, and time correlation is probably really key right there, because like you said, you feel like all right, I'm gonna respect the trend. I'm gonna trade with the trend because that's really the goal. Because even if you may not have the best entry, as long as you're trading with the trend, you're gonna come out on top for the most part. But when we go in confident, and that trend is about to go real strong the way, you know. So the whole key right now is, I don't know if you guys have separate accounts, but the reason why we created the challenge was to create a separate account, to put $100 in there. So that way, when we're sending the signals out, that account, as we sent the spreadsheet out, it's only 1%. You're only risking 1%. If you notice, we have not even changed the 0.01 in that spreadsheet, right? But let's be honest, how many people are trading with 0.01s right now?
Nobody.
I ain't got a demo account.
Sometimes.
Man, not that.
I ain't gonna lie.
I still do. No, I ain't gotten too crazy yet.
In my live account, I stay on a 0.01. I don't go above a 0.02 on that live account. I take it there.
All right, so you know, when you guys first join, we always preach about for every $100 in your account, you gotta have 0.01. That's how much you can risk, right? Because that's 1%.
Yeah.
Somebody's account in there that, let's just say, I think it said like $122. I was real happy for the person. You know, we all celebrated. They was in blue, every trade hit. But those lots gave me a heart attack. Because on that $122, I saw a 0.25, a 0.5, a 0.3, a 0.3, and another 0.3. 6 trades. They all hit. Why? Because, you know, the signals turned out good. That was great. But the scary part is, what if those are the trades that hit all stop loss? Because we do all the trades. And now, the past week, when we went undefeated, now this week, if we 6-2, now you back to square one just off the trade because you over leveraged. So you wasted all your time, you wasted all your profit, you just took your whole compound and said, I don't even care, throw it in the trash. It's okay to lot up, but you gotta feel like, do you know what you're doing while you lotting up? Or are you in this for the sprint or the marathon? Because the thing is to be free. So if you can compound for 90 days, you can be free. 90 days, you can be free. That's all you need.
Yeah, man.
90 days. So somewhere in there, your mind got to finally kick in and be like, yo, I'm tired of fucking depositing money into a market that's supposed to be paying me freedom. You still depositing into the market that's 6.6 trillion when you're supposed to be stealing crumbs. We only got to steal crumbs. All right, so I think I got enough of that in there. I want y'all to keep that in your minds. We're going to compound these accounts. You know, most of the trades are hidden. And I mean, that's from the educators. I mean, look at the non-signal today. Come on. Even with a penny.
Right.
So,
I put that joint in my demo the first time today. I said, God, dog.
all right, so I want to eat with everybody. I don't even post too much because, you know, sometimes you post to motivate, but sometimes the posting could make a person salty because they even been there and ain't getting there yet. So we're here to motivate, but for the most part, I want y'all to really be your own ATM. Signals is cool, but imagine when you really giving signals. You know how good it feels to know that I throw a signal and y'all eat? That's a powerful feeling.
For sure.
Yeah.
All right, guys, so let's get to this setup. Now, you know, I go over engulfing and imbalance, breaks and retests. See my screen?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So we're gonna break this down. Since y'all like doing NAS, y'all supposed to know everything about it. It don't matter what pair, everything still works the same. So we're gonna go over this imbalance one more time. We know in the market, there's supposed to be buyers and sellers. And when we have a moment, in this case, you see there was the last bearish candle, but then we had 4 candles in a row without any bearish candles. So that's imbalance. You need at least 3 candles in a row for it to be imbalanced. So in this case, you see the last bearish, and we got 4 bullish. This area is imbalanced. Same thing here. This last bearish, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bullish candles. That's imbalance. Once again, 1 bearish, 5 bullish. Okay. So I'm gonna teach you how to mark it up, and we're gonna start on the monthly and work our way down. So I'm gonna take this horizontal line, and I'm gonna look for the first area of imbalance. So that'll be this last blue candle here. I'm gonna start with this one, right? Put this over. So I'm gonna put this support and resistance right at the top of the wick of the last bearish candle, okay? Y'all got that so far?
And then she told me to get on this Zoom call.
Right, wanna mute your lines. So we got ours. Actually, let me make this a little thinner. All right. So then we're gonna count 1, 2, 3 candles, okay? It's the last bearish. We're gonna count up 1, 2, 3. And we're gonna put another horizontal line right at the bottom of that wick. So the top of the last bearish and the bottom of the last third candle, okay? Okay, right there.
My fault, Ty. Can you do that one more time, please?
I'm gonna work my way up. So we can start low and work our way up. So it's some imbalance down here too, but I'm just gonna work areas. So let's work with the next slash bearish. It was this one right here because you see we have more than at least 3 candles from that bit bullish. This is the last bearish. So I'm gonna put my horizontal line right at the top of this last bearish wick. If it didn't have a wick, I would just put it at the top of the body. Yeah, got that? The top of the last bearish wick, okay? That makes sense so far? I don't got the chat up, so just say yes so I can know if y'all hear me.
Oh yeah, I got you.
All right, perfect. So again, we found the top of the last bearish candle. Now we're gonna count up 3 for the bullish. 1, 2, 3, and we're gonna go at the bottom of the wick and put our horizontal there. Just gotta count. 1, 2, 3, and put it at the bottom. So we got support resistance here, we got support resistance here. Now I'm gonna just work with this next last bearish candle. We're gonna put the horizontal line on top again. So on top. Then what we're gonna do, count 1, 2, 3. Now this is so close, I'm just gonna leave it there. I'm not gonna try to put another line right there. All right, so we still have more imbalance. We're gonna do the same thing. This is the last bearish candle. Get your horizontal line out, put it on top. What we're gonna do, count up 3. 1, 2, 3. Horizontal line is gonna be underneath. Are y'all clear on that part? Is that a little better?
Yeah.
All right. So now I see this is the last high where it closed, and then it's just as high as it went. So I'm gonna mark this area. All right. So now we're gonna go down to the weekly, and we're gonna repeat the process. And let me take this off for now while we're marking up. We're gonna repeat the process. Okay. Even now, we're just marking up the monthly. Look how the weekly lines up. Okay, so we did our first job. We marked up the monthly. Now I'm gonna mark up where price fills up the screen. So now I'm gonna pull out the horizontal line, but I'm gonna change it to white. I like to use white for weekly. It just helps me remember when I'm charting up. And then I'll know which zone belongs to what. So these red ones, I know it's from the monthly, okay? The white one, we're gonna mark up imbalance again, but we're gonna use the white horizontal line. This helps you know and keep track of your time correlation. So we're gonna mark up this area here, and do you see the balance? Do anybody see any balance in this area from where price shot up? From what you just learned, or is there any imbalance in there?
Yeah, it's like towards the middle of the hat right there. Like a two and then you got 3 of them. It's right around this. Let me see the price. Price is like 938.
You said what? 958?
Nah, my bad. 937.3.8.
The area to where my mouse is?
Right.
All right. So I'm gonna work with the last bearish candle, right? Put the white line on top of the wick. Gonna count up 1, 2, 3. It's right underneath. As I work my way up, I see imbalance right here, right? Because it's at least more 3 candles, right? So we're gonna do the same thing. This goes on top of the last bearish candle. We got 3 bullish. We count up 1, 2, 3. And we're gonna put it at the bottom of that 3rd candle wick, right? You got that so far?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I'm gonna come back a little further. And then I will most likely now, since it's like I got enough imbalance, you don't want to get too crowded. And then I know that on this chart, there's a lot of space as I go further down the time frames. So now we're on the daily. So now this is where you can start trying to determine, all right, where was balance at? Whenever there's imbalance, you have to think in your brain, price has to come back and close those areas. So before this daily news, way back in September, there was imbalance here. So let's just see what would happen if I mark up imbalance on the daily, okay? The last bullish the last bearish candle is right here. I'll change the color because now we're on the daily. So I'm gonna put it on black. And then we gotta count 3 candles up, right? 1, 2, 3. And we're gonna put it underneath the wick of the 3rd candle. Every price has a balance. Price has to come back and fill those areas. So do you notice how when price up with all this bullish activity, it took the same amount of imbalance of bearish activity to come further back up? Just think about it. What happened to the left is gonna happen eventually on the right side. Now the market's a little crazy now, so we don't know how high NAS can go up to. We don't know how low it's gonna drop, but we are learning how to take our breaks and retest. We're learning when do I enter? So the first thing we need to figure out is what is our zones. So you can first find your zone by finding out areas of imbalance. So time correlation comes into play because right now we're on a daily, right? I know that this is a bearish engulfing candle. So technically, this still needs to be most likely retested because I'll tell you, whenever you have a bearish engulfing candle, usually there's a break and we wait for this retest to sell. So me knowing that, I don't know when I'm gonna make it on back here. But when I get up here, I'm gonna be thinking of sell. That's what I'll be looking for. So that's how you try to think ahead and try to predict the market from that weapon previously. But in the middle of market trading, and we're not moves in the middle. This is why I start in those time frames. So now we go to 4 hour, just from marking up those zones. Let's think about what we learned last time. Do anybody see a bullish engulfing that we could enter off of? Somebody tell me if they can see it.
Right at 24.
Yep, right at 24. So we do the same thing. We're gonna engulf the candle on the left. We're gonna engulf the body with support resistance. So I'm gonna highlight that daily candle. Well, this is the 4 hour actually. So I'm gonna highlight this area. because the goal is for us to enter. Now, I know that this structure, because price was below here, and then we had this bullish engulfing. So as I told you guys, we are waiting for the retest back into this area. Now, it didn't come all the way back into the part of the actual body, but it did come back to the wick area. So sometimes it's going to give you a full retest into the zone, or it just might be here. You just don't know. But the point is, you're waiting for this break and this retest, and they gave it to you. But as I tried to show y'all, sometimes this 4-hour candle has a lot of information on it. So to be honest, you actually could have been in this trade before the retest here even happened. But in order to see it, you have to go down to a lower time frame. So we done did all the work. We got our zones together. You know, sometimes you guys be trying to figure out, where am I getting my take profit from? Where am I getting my zone? So if you have marked up, you go from the monthly, and I think the black is from daily. So you know, you buy down here, you know, you have the bench to take it here, or you take up to this first zone. I think this is the weekly zone. I put the white, right? No. Do you see this area now? You can actually see a break and retest when you can enter it. This is your bullish, bullish engulfing. Look at retest right into it. If you put this snatch, break and retest on the 1 hour when you entered here, just taking this small space, you up 200 pips an hour. It gave you another retest. Matter of fact, it gave you another one right here. All right. Let's just say you missed this break. You have a question? Go ahead.
You're breaking up a little bit.
Ty, I can't hear you. Yeah.
What part did you hear? What last part?
The last part was on the 4 hour. Basically, when you went down to the one, it just engulfed it. I mean, when you were just counting the pips and everything, none of that was heard.
Okay. Let me go. All right, so you're right here. Because I'm trying to help you guys see your entry. So you see this bullish candle coming out, you know, it takes 4 hours for this candle. So a lot of times on the low time frame, your entry is happening over here, but you can't see it if you're on the 4 hour time frame when you actually marked up zones. So we already got our weekly zones marked up, right? Because the white zones is from our weekly imbalance, right? We know, did I get that part so far?
Yeah.
All right, so the white zones is our weekly imbalance zones. So this candle is breaking structure, which is why I like candles, because it's basically letting you know we're breaking structure. And just like I like to say, think of supporting resistance as stories of your house. For you to do the basement, you want to get to the first floor. Break goal.
Ty, you breaking up a whole lot.
No.
Ty, if you can, might close out some of your tabs a little bit.
Oh, now you froze, bruh.
Okay, we're making sure it wasn't me.
No.
It went all the way out.
Hope she ain't died on us.
Did it freeze on y'all too?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, it falls on all of us. As she was clearing out the tabs.
Man, she was giving us some good sauce too, boy, for that knob.
Yes,
Right, it was good.
Back in.
I love the way she teaches because she like makes it so simple.
Yeah. I got to do what G said. Boy, I got to, or whoever said they fasted and cleared their mind.
Oh yeah.
Do that.
Oh yeah, fasting, that'll do it for you.
Man.
It'll put everything into perspective for real.
So it'll take all the clutter away, for real, for sure.
Yeah, but it's like you said too about we be listening to these different people, and they all good, man. They all know their thing, but like you try to see all that in one chart sometimes, and it just be.
It can be kind of overwhelming, man. I got notes on notes in this bitch for real, bro. Like it was like crazy how I was taking notes. For real. So
I'm with you, dog. I got like 3 notebooks.
Man, that part. Like, man, I was like, man, I'm zoning in with time, man. I'm gonna check out a training just for sure, stick with that method. Like you said, just use proper risk management. For real.
That's the thing right there, boy.
So,
I don't know who did that, doing 0.25s to make $122.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Boy, what?
Yeah, you crazy.
About to lose 1,022.
For real.
Thanks.
Jeez.
Congrats, though. Sheesh.
What are you doing?
They take long with those conversations. Boy.
I knew he was gonna bounce back.
Yes, sir.
My whole thing shut down. The whole thing. All right, so let me make sure it go in.
I used to call that technical Tuesdays.
Right.
Going on with the computer.
Hey, yo.
Thursday.
Yeah.
Oh man. All right, hold on. Let me share my screen. All right. Does that sound a little bit clearer right now, though?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
All right, perfect. All right, so back to what I was saying. We're on a 4-hour.
Tell them about that. Tell them about that day in golf.
That white zone is our imbalance from the weekly, remember, right? So because we have these strong zones, we know where it's at. The white is the weekly zone. That's a strong support. So it was gonna take a powerful bank move to break through a previous support, right? So the analogy I was giving is whether it's your imbalance support, whether you use engulfing, because you see how this imbalance from the weekly is exactly where my engulfing zone is, where I normally just mark up anyway. You see the correlation? So it took this bullish engulfing to break through structure. So think of your imbalance zones, or even if for people who like the FIbb, because I like the FIbb too, it helps you with your support and resistance. The same thing. So let's just say we took it up to this last high right here, right? Think of your FIbb as like the stories to your house. This will be the basement. This will be the first floor. This will be the second floor. This will be the third floor. This will be the fourth floor, okay? In order for you to get to the next zone, you have to make a hole in your ceiling. So what you would do is you need a bullish engulfing. It breaks a hole. Now, in order for you to keep going, you have to first then close the hole. You do not want people behind you to fall in the hole. So we're gonna break a hole, we're gonna close the hole, so then we are now knowing we can continue on. Okay? So in order for us to continue on, I need a retest here. So you see how this FIbb at the 75%, do you see where the candle closed? It closed above the last support. But we have to be patient because as you see, where the bullish candle closed, the bearish one opened. And it opened up and it decided to do this. It made that high, but then it came down this low. So when price is moving, we have to wait to see where is it gonna close? Who knows if it was gonna do this? We don't know. But we wait, we wait, we wait. Oh, it closed right here. So now we are now above the support. You take your buy. Okay? So if we know we got the retest, we opened the hole, we bust through that thing, we closed it, we got takeoff. Even if you took that one candle, 85 pips, it gave you another retest. This is a strong support. So when this candle opened up, start playing around, it came down. Oh, what did we do? We closed above support. So you want to take NAS. We know where the last support is. Let's take a ruler out. Where would your stop loss be? At least below the last support. And that weekly zone is strong. So can you handle 18 pip stop loss? You might want to take the risk. You might want to take the $10 loss on your 0.01 for a chance to get, I don't know, 560 pips. It's a good risk to reward ratio. But please, if you're going to risk $10, have at least $100, $200. So back to understanding how to catch in this move, because this big candle has the actual,
It helped out a lot better.
it has an actual smaller break and retest in here, believe it or not. Let me take this off. Can't see. So keeping it simple, because we already know this is where our weekly imbalance is anyway. So even if you're just stuck to your engulfing zone, you have a retest here for this buy. Like I said, if you missed that one, I need you to understand that there's going to be, you have this here happening. So let's just say I embody this area because this is our bullish engulfing, but we want to see when to enter. So let's just say when this candle opened up at around 9 o'clock and it's opening, if we go down to the 1 hour for time correlation, you're going to be able to see where your entry was. So now we move this out the way. Now you can actually see what that big 4-hour candle look like. It actually has your bullish engulfing, and do you not have the retest? Now you can see it a little clearer. If that don't help you feel secure about your entry, take it a little bit lower, go to the 15. It's gonna tell you even more of a story. Give yourself less anxiety. You're gonna do time correlation. Now all these candles was that 1 hour bullish engulfing area. So let's move this out the way. Now, can you see, what do we have? We broke a hole, right? What we gotta do when we break the hole before we can move on?
Come back down to it.
Refill it.
We gotta close it. You got, think of your children, they're coming behind you. You do not want them to fall in the hole. If something breaks out and does something like that, that wasn't for you. You want to stay here because maybe your children is coming, they might fall in the hole. This thing never retests. If there's no retest, I don't need that trade. But in this case, it broke the hole, right? We have to what? Do what? Just be patient. 15-minute candle, a 30-minute candle, 15 more minutes, 1 hour. Retest. What we gonna do? Take the trade. Right? How do you know when to get out the trade? Right? How do you know when to get out? Does anything in here tell you it's time to get out this trade? Anything along this route tells you when to get out? Does anybody know?
That double top.
At least
like a lower high.
All those answers are good. We have
previous high.
Got a bearish engulfing. So we just follow the same rules. You got your support. You got your resistance on that last small candle. You needed a breakout, way to retest. So if I'm sure if I do what, y'all know what I love. I like a good sniper entry. So again, for people who get a little confused, I love to scalp trade. That means I like my trades to be over fast. I can't trade off the 1 minute. I just enter on the 1 minute because I like to enter at the top of wicks. I like to have as least drawdown as possible, but I still know what zone I'm going to because I done marked up my engulfing zones ahead of time. So I don't know if I'm gonna be able to fund it on here, but I'll keep going and see. Don't want to load. Here's. At least let me see it on the 5 minute. So we'll just work with the 5 minute. Let's see if we got a break of this area. So this is the zone. Make it closer. Kind of what I like the 1 minute entry area. No matter what time frame you're on, the same thing happens. What do we have? A bullish engulfing, right? Right here, right? What do we have to wait for when we have a bullish engulfing? A retest back to the zone. Do you not have your retest right here? We're on the 5 minutes. It's your retest right here. Did you have any really drawdown? Not really. 178 pips. If you're going for 10 pips, 20 pips, 40 pips, 1 hour, 66 pips. Got some more bullish engulfers telling you, hey, keep holding it.
I'm waiting for a move like that so bad, yo.
Man, you ain't kid.
Look at the 15 minute.
Right.
Let's look at the entry on the 15 minutes. One more time. Now this is the 1 minute entry. So you see that yellow dot. We kind of got a great entry. It was in there right here. But if you missed this, look on the 15-minute though. Look how clean this bearish engulfing retest is. Bullish engulfing retest. Take the trade. If you missed this entry, it did not still break over again. Close the room. Take the trade. 172 pips, 150 pips, an hour, 100 pips. And if you knew what zone you were going to, because you have marked up your areas, then you'll have a better idea of how high you're going up. So if you don't even want to put that much work in, you don't want to even go all the way to monthly to weekly, at least start at the daily to 4 hour. Find your imbalance. Last bearish candle, top of the wick. You count 3 up. 1, 2, 3. You put your under the wick of the third candle. It's the last low area. We know it's a lot of area down there that price never came back to. I know if price break this low, it's gonna be a nice little sell. Or like I said, we still have this imbalance all the way up here. Last bearish candle, 1, 2, 3, count up. The bottom of that wick. So when price came and broke this area, when we knew we was good for the sell, where would you have took your trade to? Where would your TP1 be? I would have took mine to where the last imbalance was. Now just to go over something, it's been a minute, but it all correlates together. While you're going through your studying, you are learning about higher high and higher lows, right? Lower lows and lower highs. What happened right here? We had a higher high, a higher low. We had another higher high. Kind of had a little higher low. But we did not get a new higher high, right? It did not come higher than the last one. So we should be thinking sell, because that means the trend is starting to change to go back down. Now, to help you guys understand that market structure, head and shoulders are super powerful. So in this case, if you just take again, you could just take this Elliott impulse wave, so you can mark up your higher highs and higher lows. And it's all about head and shoulders. You take that tool, says head and shoulders. Whenever you see a big move up, you see a move down, you see a move up, that means you have a left shoulder, you have a head, and now you have a right shoulder. The object is to sell on your right shoulder. That is a very strong pattern. So it all correlates. It's just market structure. Does that make sense? So even if you didn't know how to drill the head and shoulder patterns, you know you have a higher high, a higher low, another higher high. If price gave you another higher high, then we still should be looking for buys. So when price retraces down, we should be looking to buy when price retraces back down. In this case, price did not make a higher high. It made a lower high. Price likes to do the same thing over and over. So we got this head and shoulders. We actually also got an inverted head and shoulders before that one.
Mm.
And the market would just keep repeating it. Oh, we got head and shoulders underneath, inverted. Oh, okay, we're gonna come back up and repeat it. And if y'all look at those charts we passed out, looks the same thing like a lot of those charts. You just gotta stay tapped and keep reviewing. Look at this right down here, right? We talk about W's and M's, double bottoms, double tops. See this W, right? It's a double bottom. It gave you a bullish engulfing. It broke a hole through this weekly zone. It retested. It gave you the trade. These W's and these M's is the same things as the harmonic patterns that pop up. It's the same thing. They may not. That's why if you go take Ray Robinson class, you'll know how to mark these up yourself. And then you won't even need the scanner. Does that make sense so far? Does anybody have questions on that part so far? Take another pair real quick.
Good gems, good gems.
All right, let's do AUD, USD. Let's start on daily. Do anybody see any imbalance?
Oh my.
A lot of it.
Can somebody walk me through marking up this area?
Sorry.
Yep.
Somebody else want to go? Because I've been here for a little minute. I've been to a couple of these classes.
Oh yeah, I'll go. You feel me?
I done been to a couple of these, man.
I appreciate
Yeah,
it.
let somebody that's new take a crack.
Does anybody else want to go? Because it's kind of like I don't know, I think it's my second one, but I don't mind it. I feel like I got it.
I'll go. I'll go.
All right, so lead the way.
All right, we're on a daily time frame. So on a daily, we want to mark up imbalance. So I'm moving my cursor like you all can see it. So in between the 13th and the 20th. Yep. You will put the support at the bottom that let me see, your color is different, it's going down, so it's a bearish, bullish, I'm sorry, yeah, bearish. So that's where you want to mark it up, right? Your horizontal is that.
All right, and where you want me to place it?
Oh, I gotta say like everything. Okay, yeah, put it at the bottom.
The bottom of which one?
The bearish.
Which bearish one?
I can't. It's in between. Yeah, I'm sorry.
So you want on the bottom or the top?
The bottom, and then you want to put another one on the bottom of the third candle.
All right, so you got the bottom of the third candle, right? That's correct, but we want it on the top of the bearish candle, okay?
Oh, okay. And this is for imbalances?
Yep.
Okay.
Because as you start to learn, imbalance areas are areas where price will return to. No, I don't know what I just did. Oh, okay. So you see how we marked up this imbalance? When price retraces to that balance, it's a go off. So these are key areas to look for. So that was a good eye. But remember, the bearish candle is the one where you put your imbalance on top of the wick. When you count up the third candle, it's on the bottom of that wick or body. All right, so anybody want to try the next one?
I think I see another one.
I'll go if not, Chris.
Yeah, let me try it out, see what I got. Throw myself in the fire one time, see if I come out clean. All right, let me see. I see another imbalance, probably. Oh, where's that? Where's that?
Where they at though?
Yeah, where it go? I was ready to go. Put on the show. See what I know.
She went out again?
Oh man.
Damn, that thing went out again. All right, I'm using my hotspot. I don't know, my internet out here keeps going out. All right, so I put it on my hotspot. Can y'all hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Yes.
All right.
We can't see your screen no more.
Yeah, I'm about to go back now. Let me make sure it's recording. All right.
Got it.
All right. So I was saying I wanted her to, the same person to go over again to go to the next one. Do it one more time.
Okay, so right above it, let me see. I messed my screen up. I can't. It's too small. Yeah. So, the top of that last, at the top of that. And then that's it's too close, you would say, right?
No, don't
So
worry
you
about that. It's okay.
so you would still
You mean
mark it up?
Yep.
leave or add
We're doing it daily, so even though it looks close right now, when we go down to the lower time frame, it's going to be a very large gap. So just follow the same rules of marking up imbalance. Take the top of the last bearish, and then what's the next step to do?
The third candle, you would place it on the bottom of the third candle.
Of the wick.
Yeah, wick, sorry.
And if there is no wick, then we will put it at the body. So this is giving us another zone to work off of.
And then you're supposed to highlight it.
And you don't have to. I'm just doing it just so you can see where the actual imbalance zone is.
It's cool to do when you see, because I like to see it on a lower time frame, so that is cool.
Yep. So now we know we got two areas of imbalance. So let's just say we take our ruler and see how many pips is between each one. This one is a 92 pip space. So if you know your trading plan, you only need 20 pips, 30 pips, 40 pips, whatever it is. Then you know, like right now, we got a what? Break, right? A big break. It closed below this last imbalance. It's retesting, but we're on the daily, so we're gonna have to go lower to see what's happening. Gotta go lower. What's happening? What do we see?
Double. See double top? Is that double tops?
Yep.
Right
Like
there.
a double top.
Top.
Bearish engulfing.
Double top.
So let's talk about the
All
first
right.
move.
You
Yep.
eat
It's
peanuts
a
and
right shoulder too, ain't it?
medicine.
Yep. It sure is.
Oh, bust your butt.
We busting butts on the
Don't
call.
hurt me, mama.
Whoa.
Busting pips
Yeah,
round here.
right. It depends on what kind.
My apologies. I didn't know we had taken off on mute.
All right, guys. So let's just say we notice it's imbalance. We know price got pushed up. And I can even, let me highlight this last imbalance right here too. All right, it's right on the zone. So they right on top of each other. All right, perfect. So we have imbalance. Remember, when price got pushed up with this imbalance, we are now should be thinking at some point that we have to come back and fill that imbalance up, right? So the first thing is when this particular candle, you see where it closed inside your zone, right? You see how it closed below this imbalance zone, the structure?
Mm-hmm.
Closed below. The very next candle opened, it gave a little bit of wick, but basically it ended up closing below. So when this candle opened, I'm looking to take this trade down to the end of the zone. I don't know if it's gonna break. I don't know if it's gonna go this low right away. My goal is to catch the secure band. So 38 pips and hit that zone, I'm good to go. Now I need to wait because we didn't know if price was gonna do what. We don't know if price was gonna break, retest, sell down to the next zone. We don't know that yet. Or we don't know if price still ain't finished going back up here. Because remember, we still got a lot of imbalance to fill up on that weekly and daily time frame. So that's why you got to be careful and wait for the right move. So let's go down a little lower to see what price is doing right now.
Where you going to?
Okay, it's following the trend.
Right? Because the overall trend, we know what it is. So are we breaking through the zone again, right? What we gonna be looking for? When we break a zone, what we gotta do?
Retest.
Look for the
Let's go a
retest.
little bit lower. So we ain't miss it, because you know those little candles, it's gonna show us a little bit more. Oh, we closed in that thing already, didn't we?
Mm-hmm.
You got your retest, didn't you?
Oh yeah.
Where would I be taking this at least to? I could take a wild guess.
Whole zone.
At least
Engulfing.
it's at least my bearish engulfing zone. Or I could look back. Do I have any balance over here? Some right here. And I always tell you, for some reason, my imbalance is always right next to my girlfriend. So let's go down to 5 minutes. With the 5 minutes saying,
So, Ty, are you saying we need to be marking up on every time frame?
start practicing, you train your eyes. Oh, what we got? It's like happening before your eyes.
Test is happening now.
So you're talking about this is gonna have, at least in that lower time frame, it looks like consolidation, and then it'll move back to retest that upside.
Yep, and then you know consolidation is your best friend. So if I wanted to mark this up on the 1 minute and change this color so y'all could just see the area. Actually, let's take this part off. Oh, it's still gonna be red.
Consolidation is our best friend.
When I see consolidation, I learned this from Kim Torres. She said, stop being nervous about consolidation. Consolidation is your best friend. And I was like, oh, as I learned, she was right. Let's go to 5 minutes. All right. When you have consolidation, basically, right now, all the orders are being added up. But we don't know who's going to win. We don't know if the buyers or the sellers going to win.
Mm-hmm.
But we will find out eventually. Price is either going to go up, break a hole, or break a hole this way. And we don't care. We are buyers and sellers. So if it breaks a hole, it has to fill it, right? So if I get that break and retest there, I'm buying. If I get a break and retest here and it close, I am selling. I don't care. But I'm gonna be patient and find out which one. So we got consolidation. In my brain, I'm thinking buy. Why am I thinking buy? For one, I see this inverted shoulder. Two, I see that this is engulfing area is a support area. We just broke above that support area. We got a double bottom on 15. Matter of fact, let's just add some RSI to it. Let's just see. Oh no. We have price pushing down on the RSI. I mean, on right here on the RSI, price is going what?
Double bottom, shoot up.
We got divergence. Got a double bottom. Remember, RSI is also like price, but it's actually telling you the real orders. So when you look, breaks and retests happens here too. Price was here, it broke, right? It retests, it went up, came back. What is it making? Higher highs, higher lows. It's doing the same thing here. Let's go back to this 4-hour area real quick. Let's look at where this buy came in at. Let's look at that RSI. We over sold. Price finally broke back in. We got a break in price, a retest. Gave you a what? A double bottom for the what? Same thing. Should just look like a nice pattern. Butterfly jumping off. There's so many things you can use. But look at the correlation. And then we're on a 4-hour, right? What happens when price got here? What is it showing you? What is happening here? Same thing. Now we got. So what did price do on the RSI after that big move? It also made a double top too. And we know this is our main entry to enter on the second one, right? I like to catch this move because, I mean, why not? Time back. Hey, I'll take 86. And I'll take these two. Thank you. So let's take this off real quick. Back to the basics. Pull out the FIbb real quick. Just marking up here, right? You had this move up. You see a big move up, pull out your FIbb. I like to just keep my simple quarter theory like price, 0, 25, 50, 75, 1. So my rule is whenever I have a big move up and price stops to stop, I always know price is always going to at least give me my 25%.
Stop scratching yourself, baby.
So
what would you say the entry was, Ty?
when I've seen price make this big move up and then it stopped, because mind you, we're on a 4-hour. So when I see this big move up and then I get like this next candle opening up, I pull out the FIbb and I'm not going to try, I'm going to take my trade to 25%, but obviously we on the 4-hour. I can't see my entry on the 4-hour, but I know what my aim is. I know price likes to give me a 25% return, if not at least 50 as well. So we got that marked up. So when we go to the 1-hour, I look at this RSI. I'm like, all right, perfect. We got sexy divergence. I'm about to sell this to my 25. When we look at price, let me get a little closer so I can make it make sense. Price closed last right here, right? On this big move up, we got the RSI already at the top. It's already here. It closed here. The next candle open below structure. The RSI is telling me we got divergence. This is where I feel comfortable now getting in my sell. And I know it's going to give me at least to the 25%. 46 pips, 50 pips. So my goal is, if I'm in a sell and it stalls out, I get out. That's just my rule. I don't like sitting in trades for time. To me, this is lost money. I want to get my 25%. So that's my, let's just say I only took the 40 pips and I dipped. That took 12 hours to get. You chilled, you prospect, you went to work, do what you had to do. 12 hours is over. I do not want to spend the next 2 days in consolidation. No, ma'am. No, thank you. So on that note, when it stalls out, I get out. Because in my brain, I'm saying, hey, it stalled out. Somebody about to throw another signal. I'm getting in that zone. I don't need to be sitting here because I feel like the next setup is about to come again. And it did. Gave you that retest. We got a double top. What do we got right here? Price is still doing what? Going down. We still got divergence. This price is going sideways. When this thing came up to wick, it did not break up the last high. It closed below, and we know what this candle is. If y'all been watching the things about the doji candles, it's just looking like a good old hammer. It's hammering down, body closed here. We in the sell. You could say, hey, I'm gonna do what again? Give me my 25 again. Or you see what the RSI is, you know it gotta come down here first. It gotta come back to this zone. So ride it until we get down here again. Like you notice here, the 25% drop, look where price is on the RSI. It's finished, it's over. We're gonna do it again. It's definitely over, but we gave you a little bit extra. We took you to the 50 this time. But again, you could be smart and say, hey, Todd told me I'm gonna get this Shakur back, 47 pips. I'm gonna put that in the bag, because guess what? Who's to say that while price is playing around, it don't do what we all hate? Because while sometimes we get greedy, we want TP2. Oh, but now I took off and went back that way. Put this in your account. Get back in on this what I told you about the FIbb. Break, close the hole. Oh, guess what we taking to? Next level. Plus, the RSI told you we wasn't finished. Because look, this drop right here did this. It came 50%. Dropped again. Now it's over. And if you wasn't sure, when you got out right here, price came back and gave you blessed breakthrough again, another retest. Take it until the trade is over. So now you got some more pips in the bag. So compounding, especially when you got a small account, is key. It is great to hold the trade, but keep this in mind. Let's just say you entered here, right? What time is this? October 1st at 7, right? The power of compounding. Let's just say we held this trade. What? Let's just say we held this trade from here to here. We got 100 pips, right? It took 5 days to get to this 50% mark. It's like when you can just get this. This took 15 hours. The RSI told me it was done. It's stalled out. I'm done. Money in the bag, 40 pips. Let's count it up. Got the next 25. 5 hours later, 46 more pips. So we about 86 pips now. All right, it stalled out. Oh, but we got that blessed break and retest. Another 50 pips.
130 something.
You save time. You didn't have to have a heart attack. You didn't have to keep checking the shit. Get in, get out, secure the bag. The RSI told you when to enter, when to get out. When to enter, when to get out. And now you up. And you ain't even have to wait and watch all this crap, all this stall out. You're not confused. Now what we got here? Oh, a blessed break and retest. Oh, well, might take it back up. Oh, what we gonna get again? How many hours? Couple more hours? 40 more pips? Zone to zone, zone to zone, zone to zone, zone to zone. What kind of trader you want to be? It's your choice. Nothing, no choice is good or bad. Just what kind of trader you want to be. Do you want to hold it? Hold it. It's okay, hold it. When you get to a stage where you got 50,000 in your account and you could put a dollar lot or a $10 lot, shoot, I don't mind making 20,000, just leave it for 5 days. Easy work. But right now, you got $100. You better be in here taking that TP1 all day, because this is basically a TP1. When we throw trades, this is a TP1, this is a TP2, this is a TP3, right? So we know you got to do all this crap first. You know, they got to do all of that before it gets to where TP2, TP3. They got to do a lot of work. They got to do a lot of work. They got to take a lot of time.
So you got to have patience with all the moves too.
You got to have patience. You got to make sure your anxiety levels is good. That age of persuasion like to do that. It like to go all the way up, come all the way back down. You'd be like, what?
It's an adrenaline rush.
Right. That is facts. So I know people are struggling a little bit with the when to get in, when to get out. Use your zones, find your imbalance, use your zones. You can trade zone to zone on imbalance. Trade to get your 20 pips and dip. Or trade the RSI. It's going to tell you, hey, we entering. You're going to start seeing it. 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 70 pips. What did it tell you to get out, right? It was over. Now we're going to spend some time either in retracement or changing direction. Either way, I need this whole bag. I don't got time to give you none of these pips back right here. So this is kind of what happens while y'all was sleeping, as y'all was talking about. Y'all thought I was good. I went to sleep. Yeah, but it finished. And then went on about his business. So I'm gonna stop right there on the Forex because I ain't need nobody gave me that 30-minute reminder, but my thing also kept going out. So if you guys are free, I will do a HFX something tomorrow.
I'm all for
Bet.
it.
Yeah, let's get it.
Yeah. Sign me up.
We in.
So, anybody got any questions before I get off of here? Want me to go over it one more time?
You said HFX tomorrow?
Yeah.
Okay. Same time?
No, it'd be so late. It's hard to do this so late. So let me know if, well, fuck it. I'll just do a strategy real quick. How about that? Easy. But yeah, it probably won't be the same time.
Okay, just let me know what time I'm in.
Okay. Take this off. All right, you're gonna put, if y'all look on the side, it has signals. So I want y'all to put y'all signals on M3 time frame. Then you're gonna come to expiration time. Make sure you click the flag. So that way, when you press your trade, it will end exactly at 2 minutes later. If you leave it at the flag, it's gonna. Bless you.
Bless you. Bless your nostrils, girl.
Bless you. If you don't click the flag, it will include whatever purchase time you have and whatever time you have left. So instead of you getting the full 2 minutes, when you press the time frame, this is how much time you actually have left. So you want to make sure the strategy works, you have to click the flag so the timer can be exactly 2 minutes or whatever time frame you choosing to trade on. This is where you click on your time frame. We're gonna be on 30 seconds. 3-minute signals, 2-minute timer, 30-minute second time frame. Y'all got that?
So, Todd,
Yeah, one more time.
Okay. The
are you
signal.
familiar with IQCent? Because I'm just wondering, I've never seen the 30-second thing that you just said, so I'm trying to figure it out.
The 30-second time frame.
Okay.
You got it?
I follow you now. Thank you.
Okay, and then we're using the Hakanashi candles.
No.
So it's 3-minute timer for your signals. We're gonna have the 2-minute timer here. And then we're gonna be in the 30-second timer. Same risk applies for your HFX account. 1% risk up to 5%, your choice. If you wanna know what you're gonna get paid out, it'll tell you here. I know the only commodities are the only ones that's always at 92%. So I pretty much just stay on these 4. But early in the day during New York session or in the weekends, pretty much all be at 92%. So right now you see most of them are like at 80, 60, there's one at 10%. Obviously you want to only trades that have 80% or higher payouts. You want to be able to at least make 80 cents for every dollar you're risking. All right, I'm gonna press sell. I kind of missed it, but I'm gonna still get in there anyway. All right. So this setup that just happened. All right, so the way it works, you are really only looking for a couple things. So while that's playing around, I'm gonna work with this section, okay? So when it comes to HFX, you only think of staircases. And for you to be able to climb up this staircase from underneath, you cannot have any spikes in the way, because think of it as poking you in the head, okay? It's gonna be the vice versa for walking down the steps. You need no spikes, so you can walk down the steps without the spike going through your foot. Okay? Does that make sense so far?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
All right. So the rule is you need at least 2 steps for you to take the step down, because that is letting you know it is safe to walk. If you wait till only one has no step and you step early, it might come back out and wick you. So you need at least 2 steps with no wicks, whether you're going down or up, just like in this case. We could not get on this one because there was no wick on the bottom, but we don't know if the second one would have gave us a wick. We had to wait for this one to open and show us that there was no wick for us to take this by. Same thing here. Like for instance, this is a prime example of why you have to wait for the second candle. We got this first one with no wick. You think you could step down. You thought it was safe. And then the next candle opened, took you out. Because mind you, this is on the timer. As soon as you press the button, you can't take it back. This ain't Forex. You can't change the stop loss. You can't change it. So we lost that trade. But does that make sense why we couldn't take this step?
Yes.
So let's see if another pair is showing something that may be closer to being ready. Just missed that one. All right, let's see what this one is doing, because this candle has no wick on the bottom, right? We needed a second one for us to enter. What happened? It gave us a wick right away, so I couldn't get in. I'm gonna keep looking for another one. Let's kind of miss that one. All right, let's see if this one gonna give us a second step with no wick. All right, I got a second step with no wick. I'm gonna just take this trade. Oh, and it gave me wick at the last minute, but I'm still going. There's nothing we could do because I'm in this bitch. But basically, that's what you have to wait for. Wait for the step to come out and stay in, and then it will take 1 minute and 40 seconds left. And that's basically all I'll do, and I'll just be waiting. Again, these strategies work on the weekends the best because you will get less candles where it will be 2 candles and then it'll go up. You will have more of like 20, 30 candles going in one direction on the weekends. Like how this one did. On the weekends, that's what you'll be seeing a lot of. So it's almost hard to lose. So I'm gonna get back in this one and see if I get it going in the right way. So I got a candle, no wick on the bottom on the second one. So I'm gonna just wait this trade out and see what happens. But that's literally all I do. We call these the wicks of death because it's wicks on both sides. You need to wait for the second candle to have no wick on the bottom. Does anybody have any questions so far?
I ain't gonna lie, I ain't never heard this. I'm just kind of watching.
Yeah, this is high frequency Forex, so they call it money in minutes.
The new wave, bruh.
So, you know, we a microwave society. We want to get that money even faster.
For sure. This is what it's all right.
So your demo account, you can take and practice. You start out on your demo about $1,000. So I've been trading this now like what, a month and a half, I want to say. So I will say I was able to grow this demo account way faster than I was with my Forex. But now I can do my Forex demos way faster than I did before. So, but it took time. Now that I'm learning how to be so precise with my time on this, it's been making my Forex even better. Because this, you obviously got to be on point with your time or with the strategy that you're choosing. But it's dope to know if I did have 18,000 and boom, I just bet 1,000, 1,800 in 2 minutes. Like, come on, it's crazy.
Let's go. Back.
You so silly. This got 68. You gotta go.
Oh, be on it, bro.
So yeah, just take a stab at it. Try to practice. You also can get indicators here. So I do use the RSI. It helps the same way. I also use the 3-minute timer. Signals. You can go to the 2-minute. And if you get 2 arrows going in the same direction, that's telling you what's coming up. If you click on it, it will take you directly to the pair. So it's letting you know, hey, get prepared, a seller's coming. So I like to see the RSI go outside and cross back in for me to take the trade. AUD, JPY, they say a buy is coming. So I see that cross about to happen. So if I want to use the crossover, then I use the S5 for the crossover strategy. I still leave it 2 minutes, but if I'm gonna be on the 5-second, then I use the RSI crossover. Meaning I'm literally waiting for this to cross over and then I'll get in. Let's see if something else is ready. Like I see this going up over buying, so I'm gonna watch this and see if it's gonna give me another crossover. So then I'll get in like that. I see the crossover. I'm happy with it. Then I will also go to like the 15 seconds and see if I'm getting 2 candles with no wick on the top, and I got it. Then if I want to load up on it, I'll do my same strategy and go to 30 seconds and wait for the second step too. And then I'll get in again if it gives it to me. So that's kind of like my sniper entry strategy. Oh, it did give me another one. I'm busy. I didn't even click the button. But it gave me the second one, so I would get in again. And then if you go to like the 1 minute, then you can see kind of where you at. Look where we at on 1 minute now. We sniper that joint. We above the candle. Let's go back to the 5-second. Time correlation, same thing. So now I got what, 34 seconds for this trade to finish. And that's it. That's all I do. Those are the 2 things I do. If I'm gonna use the RSI, I go all the way down to 5 seconds.
But that John, move.
So we got like 38 seconds for this one. This my man DL. He be getting tight with his trades. He be like, big drops, big drops. I feel like, yo, talk that trade into going down. Oh, he be having me weak. All right, well, I lost that trade. So, yeah, that's pretty much what I do. And remember that trade I got in late because I was talking, you know. So let's see how many points I missed that last one by 9 points.
I'm gonna have to play with AccuSync because I don't know if they have those.
All right, guys, I'm gonna stop there. I appreciate y'all taking through the technical difficulties.
Oh yeah.
Oh
You
yeah.
here for the long haul, you hear me?
That's great. We're gonna figure that out.
I appreciate this. This is dope.
Appreciate it, Ty.
Thank you, Ty. Thank you, Ty.
You all appreciate it.
I appreciate y'all. Have a good night.
Thank you, Ty. Good looking.
Anytime. All right, so I need everybody to have a good night and send me some charts. Let me see your imbalance markups.